Welcome back to my channel, friends. This is Sonia here, and today I am going to do decoupage on candles. Yes, this has been one of the most requested videos of lately, and finally I ordered my pillar candles and I got this in a set of 3 pieces. I am sharing the link down so that you can buy these candles and try this awesome technique of giving a new life to these plain candles. So for this video I'm going to use only this one, and this is approximately 6 inches. Let me just show you. Sorry, no, this one is actually for 5 inches, and in this I'm going to do decoupage, and for that I'll be using my napkin. If you just want to check the collection of my napkins, I'm sharing the link down where I had shared different napkin designs what I have in my kitty, and this is one of them which I absolutely love. I love the beautiful design and the bird in this, so I have planned to use this one. Now before we start doing the decoupage work, of course, as you must be knowing that I love trimming off the extra papers of the decoupage, and this is how it should be, so that only your main design is visible on your project. So here with the round brush I am just taking some water, and now I am going to remove all the extra white portions from my paper. I just need to wipe off this extra water. I just want to make sure that I don't ruin my remaining paper. Now I'm going to mark a border with this, and I'll trim off the paper. If you are really good on fussy cutting, you can definitely do that, but I'm not that good with fussy cutting, and this especially this napkin has so much of detailing that I really don't want to take a risk of doing fussy cutting work, because I know that I will be leaving some of the other areas for sure. So I've just decided that I'm going to trim off this area. I'm not going to have this design on my candle, and I'm just making an outline, and this is super fun and super easy. Whenever you are working with the decoupage napkins, you need to be really careful, because of course we all don't want to ruin our paper. And if you are a beginner, trust me, there is no harm in trying out with decoupage papers. Now many of the brands are coming up with very nice collection of decoupage papers, and they are not very thin, not very thick, just perfect for the beginners and even for the advanced people also. And the designs what they have are really amazing. So I love using decoupage papers also, and you can also try that. Now very gently I'm removing all the papers. I'm just tearing it off, and I just want to make sure that it comes out really well here. And I need to be a little gentle, because like I said, these are tissues, these are not papers, these are not very thick. So I'm just tearing it off, and now this is done. So I just need to be a little quick because my water is actually drying, and I had put up a actually very thin layer of water in this, so I need to be a little quick, and I am almost done. Okay, so here is my design. Now I am going to use my heat gun, and I'm going to make sure that my edges of this napkin dries out really well. They should not have any water, because otherwise if it is going to have any water, it is going to smudge when I'm going to apply this, stick this on my candle. Okay, so this is done, and I have realized that after using my heat gun, removing the plies become super easy, and it actually comes out of its own. So if the borders are free, you can easily remove the plies. And I need to be careful because I have done the cutting work on the stems, and I need to be sure that I don't damage that area. And okay, cool, so it is done. It is done. And now this looks really great. Now with this kind of brush, I'm just going to brush up on the edges. Now this is just to make sure that if it had got any folds or anything, it is going to stick well. And with my fingers, I'm just removing the extra papers and trying to make it as flat as possible. So this is actually going to look good on the candle. I think this is just perfect, and this is going to be, this can actually be used as a Christmas gift because it is some really nice shades of Christmas, which I absolutely love, the red shade. So yeah, now here it is done, and now I need to unpack my candle, and this is actually packed really well with the plastic coating. So I just need to take out my scissors. Okay, so here I am done. Yeah, so actually my courier had arrived long time back, but I was traveling, so I could not shoot this video earlier, but then I'm glad that I tried it out. Okay, fine. So I was just reading the instructions before the warning beneath that, but then that's okay. That's nothing related to my work. Now I need to start applying my Mod Podge, and here I'm using my favorite Mod Podge, and this is a glossy Mod Podge. And now for applying this, I have my flat brush. Let me just show you how it is going to be. So it is going to be like this. I can always tilt this up like this, and this is going to club together. I think this looks good, but I might have to trim off this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this portion, like from this complete decoupage paper. I'm going to start with this area, and then I'm going to tilt it the way I want it on my candle, cause this is quite bigger than the length of my candle. So I need to twist this, and just because it's a decoupage napkin, I can easily do it. So I will start with my Mod Podge. If you are a follower of my channel, you must be knowing that very recently I had used this in one of my videos, and this this Mod Podge from Fevicryl, and I'm absolutely in love with this. And I love the fact that it is glossy, and which is just work. So I just need to be a little careful, so maybe I'll talk a little less and work a little more. And I'm just having my scary time here, but then it's fun. This is fun. So I'll just stick the bottom area first, so that I'm sure that it is not going to come out. I'll just leave it aside, and now I'll start sticking this area. So I'm just giving it a good press. You need to be really careful, because of course we don't want to ruin our decoupage napkin. So whenever you are doing your sticking work, just be a little gentle, and wow, this looks amazing. Okay, now this is done, and now I need to stick it on the other side, but I need to be really careful because this area is still wet. So I can't just twist and turn my candle like that, so I need to be a little careful with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Mod Podge on my brush, and I will stick, maybe I should first check that how I'm going to have it on my candle. If I tilt it like this, and if I have it here, this comes perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I am going to have it here a bit tilted like this. So instead of sticking this area first, I'll stick this one, and I'm just going to make sure that I don't apply any Mod Podge here, so that I can just overlap that area later on. And here I am sticking this portion on. This is really interesting. And now I'm just going to add my Mod Podge on this area, and this is just going to make sure that it sticks well. So like I always say, your Mod Podge, your decoupage glue is really important, and this is something which actually holds your project, your napkin, your decoupage paper, your pattern paper to your base, and that is really important. Once it sticks well, it's done. It's really done. I'm just trying to remove the maximum crease what I can, and here, and yes, okay, so I'm almost done here. I need to add some more varnish. I need to be really gentle so that I do not press my candle too much on my tabletop. Now I will be sticking this area, and if you see, naturally this has come and sticked here. Like, the design is turned out so well, and I'm happy about it. I'm really happy about it. Now I'm just going to stick this area also, and this is done. This is absolutely done. Now, as you all know that how I stick my papers, I apply my Mod Podge or my decoupage glue, and then I stick it really well. And here I am just going to cut this extra paper. I don't want to take it to the bottom side, so here I will be just adding few drops of Mod Podge, and this is done. Now with a dry flat brush, I'm just going to give it a good press. I'm not going to rub it, I'm just going to give it a press, and this is actually going to help me in removing all the bubbles and the wrinkles out there. This is super easy, and this is one of my best techniques to remove the wrinkles, the bubbles out there. And I know it looks really tricky, but once you actually get hold of this, it's super fun. Can you see how beautifully it has merged here, and how nice this looks? So this is done. Now immediately I'm going to have one coat of Mod Podge on the top of it. I'll just tell you once again that here I'm using my glossy Mod Podge. You can even use your matte finish Mod Podge, and that is also going to work really well. Now make sure you do not overdo the rubbing of Mod Podge on the top of your napkin, because it's still wet. If it is dried out really well, then you can definitely apply a bit of force, but when it's wet, you need to make sure that you don't overdo the pressing work of your Mod Podge. And even the flat plane brushes, they have very soft bristles, but even they can also ruin your project. So just be a little careful, and it's done. So you can see, like, as I'm applying my Mod Podge, my project is actually just merging to this candle, really well, and that's the beauty of decoupage. That's the real beauty of decoupage. Okay, so here I am done. I'll just clean up my brush. That's the most important thing, that whenever you're done with your project, immediately clean your brushes. Even this dry brushes also you need to clean. Why? Because when we are pressing it, the Mod Podge is wet, so at times few drops in just sticks to your brushes. So it's always good to clean them immediately after each use, so that you don't ruin your brushes very early. Now here I am going to use my heat gun, and I'm just going to make sure that it sticks well. But you need to be really careful, because here we can't overdo the heat gun work, because this is wax. These are candles, so if you overdo it, it is going to melt. So you need to be really careful when you are doing this step. Once again I am repeating, please be really careful when you are doing this step, because of course we do not want our candles to melt. So if you notice, I am just brushing off my heat gun very quickly on all the areas where I have sticked my decoupage napkin, and if required I'm just going to give it a good press with my finger, so that if I have still any wrinkles or bubbles, it just comes and sticks to my base really well. So a quick brush up, quick brush up, and this is really good to go. Okay. So with this, my project is done. Now I'm going to let it dry for at least 3 days, and then I'm going to use this in my center room. And I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Yes, the process was really simple, but you need to be really careful with the steps what I have shown you. Please do share this video with your friends. I have listed down all the supplies down in the description box. Do check that too. If you have any queries, please do comment below. I'll be more than happy to help you all. And thank you so much for watching. And yes, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get all the latest updates. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.